Hello YouTube, Film Buff 06 here with another review / rant, this time on the 1942 adaptation of Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, which was directed by Zoltan Korda and produced by his brother Anthony Korda. And boy, is this version a fucking mess. Now, I'm not going to bother with describing the plot because, well, everybody, I think, knows the story of The Jungle Book, probably from reading Kipling's book, or even from watching the classic Disney version from 1967. Nor am I going to bother describing any production stuff from Wikipedia this time, because I want to get straight to the point of why I hate this crap. And I have actually written down a list of all the problems that I have with this movie. Here we go. Problem number 1. We don't get to see baby Mowgli until the first 10 to 15 minutes into the movie. Because what do we get in these first 10 to 15 minutes? Nothing but boring exposition and just useless filler. Problem number 2. The wolf cubs are actually puppies. Problem number 3. It takes 12 years for Mowgli to not only be constantly hunted down by Shere Khan, but also to find the man village for the first time. That's the first of many plot holes. Problem number 4. Mesua saying that any woman will like to have a wild son like Mowgli. How creepy is that, eh? Yeah, very creepy. Problem number 5. Mowgli goes out with so-called money to buy himself a tooth. Just a tooth. What kind of tooth? Is it an animal tooth? I know it could be gross. Or is it actually a human tooth? No, you're not getting any of mine, thank you very much, Mowgli. Problem number 6. How does Mowgli actually manage to speak some decent English after such a long time living in the jungle? That's something titled Never Explained, aka plot hole number 2. Problem number 7. Underdeveloped romance between Mowgli and this Indian girl called Mahala. Nuff said. Problem number 8. How many actual times throughout the movie does Buldeo, one of the human hunters in the movie, point his gun and threaten to shoot Mowgli? I lost count. Problem number 9. How the hell do all of the jungle animals, including Hathi, and by the way, it's just Hathi, it's not Colonel Hathi as in the Disney version, anyway, and Bagheera understand Mowgli through his perfect English? Again, never explained, aka Plot hole number 3. Problem number 10. Some of the animals look so unrealistic and fake looking that even Ed Wood and Roger Corman will be smiling in their graves by now. Problem number 11. Shere Khan is not as much of a threat in this film as he is in the Disney version, and I'll explain why. Yes, we don't get to see Shere Khan until about 50 minutes into the Disney version, but prior to seeing him for the first time, by that point we already feel his presence through many of the animal characters' reactions to the very mention of his name. He is like a dark shadow who's prowling the jungle, and we can already tell how much of a threat this guy is. In this film, he isn't that much of a threat. He just seems pathetic, really. Problem number 12 is the music score by Miklos Rotzer is so generic as hell and makes no sense within the context of the film. And I'm actually disappointed that the composer of this crap is Miklos Rotzer because he did such a fantastic score for Ben-Hur and won himself an Oscar for it. So really, what happened there, Miklos? Problem number 13. The villagers not only burned down their own man village, the whole of their own man village, but the entire jungle as well? Well, what a way to blow your budget, Kordas. Well fucking done. Problem number 14. The ending when, spoiler alert, the elderly Boldeo states, "That is another story." You know, probably suggesting that a sequel to this film gets made, you know, like Jungle Book 2 or something. You know, who gives a shit? You know, not me. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Problem number 15, and this represents one of the many cardinal sins I believe this movie commits. Where the hell is Baloo the bear? I mean, Baloo the bear, who we now know has become one of the most beloved Disney characters of all time. While I was watching the movie, I was looking to see if he can pop up, and I was waiting to see him pop up and sing to us about the bare necessities of life or something. So, what are my overall thoughts on this crap? Well, firstly, this just wasn't the Jungle Book for me personally. Like everyone else, I am deliberately willing to forget that this piece of shit adaptation ever existed to begin with. Secondly, I am personally more of a fan of the Disney version than I am of this shit, because yes, the Disney version isn't the most faithful adaptation of Kipling's work either, but still, not only does it have some of the best animation, the best Disney animation, that I've ever seen, only next to The Lion King. But it is also more memorable, more entertaining, and more popular. Just everything that this version sadly isn't. Thirdly, the whole film is just, the entire film is just bland and boring as hell, to the point where I almost fell asleep a few times, and nothing of any interest or excitement ever happens throughout the damn film. Just instantly forgettable, a complete total waste of effort, time and money. Fourthly, it's just horribly written and just horribly directed. Fifthly, most of the performances are just plain laughable, like everyone is acting in a high school play. Especially Sabu, who plays Mowgli. The guy just cannot act to save his life. He makes Robert Pattinson feel like Brad Pitt. There is just nothing to recommend about this film at all, whatsoever. And boy am I fucking glad the Disney version is more popular than this. I hope this version never gets watched by anyone ever again until it dies and dissolves into dust. And in conclusion, simply, fuck this jungle crap mixed with jungle piss on a stick movie to the very depths of jungle hell for all eternity. And that's that review over and done with. Now, are you a fan of the Disney version as I am? Or if not, are you a fan of Kipling's book? If so, please tell me why in the comments section below. Plus, feel free to subscribe to my channel, please. And until my next video, whatever it may be, take care everyone, and goodbye.